Right, so I have returned once again today to a stream on Banana Fish. We're good to go. I got another honey edges, and I was like, why? We actually are. We're good to go. We're good to go. We're good to go. So yes, actually have returned to actually cover another stream of Banana Fish. On this stream, actually covering Volume 5 of Banana Fish. And as we have Volume 4 actually kind of end on the whole entire idea of Jessica getting attacked, and now we're actually going to see the fallout, the whole entire content. I guess, if I'm not mistaken, next volume is actually the volume we lose shorter, I believe, as well. The more I think about it, just realised that I was sitting there going, oh wait, we're 10 episodes into this show now at this point, I believe. So yeah, I mean, also should preface this stream by saying, if anyone actually wondered where my Twitter account went yesterday, very, very, very interesting story that actually happened there. Basically, I I have a birth date on my my Twitter account, but it's wrong because for some arbitrary reason they can never allow me to actually have 1996, which is when I'm born. It did recently actually kind of allow 1996 to actually happen, so I kind of put it on my account, and then they locked me out of my account saying I was too young. I was like, I'm 23. So that's where my account went. Basically, it's in limbo at the moment. I have to kind of wait to actually kind of get it back. I actually can't put it on Twitter. I actually go live because I don't really have a Twitter account with one else that can see. So yeah, we're basically at the mercy of Twitter's support at this very one stage. Hopefully it gets sorted out pretty quickly. I hope it does, at least, because it's pretty annoying actually. Also, if my speech sounds slightly slurred, it's because I just had a blood test and my brain's a little bit kind of hazy. So my speech does sometimes get a little bit slurred just because of that reason. Don't worry about it. There's nothing else. Just my and a blood test. So yeah. Anyways, actually begin Volume 5. Enough of problems outside of YouTube. Phone for me? That's strange. The only person who knows I'm here. Ah, it's your wife, sir. Jessica? Forgot to pay your alimony again? You can't fool us, you know. A brat like you wouldn't know how I feel. Hello? How are you, Jessica? Huh? Who the hell are you? Yourself. I like your wife, Max. What? She's a little stubborn at first, but what a shame to split from a woman like this. Here, wifey, beg your husband to save you. Max. Jessica! Jessica! I don't want to see your face again. But Michael, save Michael. Daddy! Daddy! Michael! Michael, are you here, Michael? If you care at all about the life of your wife and son, Lobo, and you'll come here with Ash Lynx. What? We're waiting. Wait. If you lay one hand on my wife or son, you're a dead man. Got any guns in the house? Ah, just my father's hunting rifle. Get it for me. Don't forget the shells. Ash. I heard them. They said to bring me, right? It seems getting back to New York won't be as easy as I thought. Sorry. Don't be stupid. Get a grip. All of you stay here. Don't go outside. For anyone or anything. If we don't come back by tomorrow, call the police. But this kind of situation is my speciality. You have to do as I say, Mr. eBay. Sure to stay here, will you? Huh? Why? Something just seems strange, that's all. If they really want to lure us into a trap, they'll bring us somewhere else. They'll bring us somewhere else to spring it. But if they wanted to separate us and then hit us when we're weak, then why we have to worry about those? Then we have to worry about those two. So stay here and guard them for me. Got it. Thanks. Get out of the way. I'll take care of this. Put together, Max. Your wife and kid need you. Son of a bitch. Gonna kill those bastards. Kill them. I guess we really can't tell the police, can we? If we screw up, we could endanger Jessica and Michael. Damn, those bastards will do anything. I guess the only thing we can do is wait for them to contact us. Let's shut this place up tight. You take care of the second floor. Okay. Ashley is amazing, isn't he? Inferring so much from so little. You're behind this. But not even Ash suspects that you are a traitor. I'm so grateful he left you behind. I could cry. Scumbag. Well, let's get down to business now, right, Shorter? The police. Who called them? It couldn't be. Jessica! Michael! Jessica! Hold it, you can't go in there. Michael! Let go of me, it's my wife and kid inside. Let me go! Daddy! Daddy! Michael! Michael, I'm so glad you're safe. Jessica, come here for a sec, Michael. Daddy and Mum had to talk. Michael, go with Uncle Ash for a minute, okay? Thanks, Ash. Don't sweat it. Jessica, I hate you. They raped me. Men are scum. It was horrible. Horrible. Jessica, Max, Jessica, forgive me. It's my fault. My fault. I was so scared. So scared. Whew. Michael, will you tell me what happened? What were the men like who attacked you? How many were there? You can tell. Hello. You can tell me the same thing you told the police. 3 of them. They just came in all of a sudden. Mama told me to run to the kitchen and lock the door. Then the men got mad at her. Sorry for making you remember it. That's enough. Did Mama call the police? Uh-huh. The policeman was saying that Mama was talking to Uncle George when they came. Oh, you mean that lawyer? When the police came, they got scared and ran away. Were the men black or white? No, they were Asian, all 3. What? How about some tea? Oh, that would be great. Chinese and Japanese tea are so similar. It would be just like home. Is it Ling Zacha? It's Ling Zacha? I believe. Do correct me if I'm actually kind of incorrect. Suk Louis prepared it. I'll revive you. They're taking a long time, aren't they? Yes. And if they don't come back, you don't think. Surely that wouldn't happen. But there's also Michael and Jessica. We must consider what to do if things go badly. The police then. Ibe-san. Ibe-san. Ibe-san, what's wrong? Huh? I forget this is the point that Lee's an absolute arsehole. I mean, he's an absolute arsehole the whole entire time, but there's that kind of level of sympathy for his character as well. Like later on to the mangas, as soon as you actually learn more about him, but at this point, he's just a complete scumbag. What did he do to them? Tell me! I took away his ability to move. Now he can't move his arms or legs or speak. That was the acupuncture point for the optic nerve. Now he cannot see. And finally, now he cannot hear. Senseless and motionless. He's just a vegetable now. So eBay is a different story. I'll sit you up now. You can see and hear perfectly well, and he's conscious. But he can't speak or move. That's how I mix the drug. So when he's seen the whole thing. He knows you're a traitor. You see, Mr. eBay, Chinatown just couldn't back you up. I'll be taking AG. If you want him back, you'll have to go to see Mr. Lee in New York. Not you personally, just Ash and Max. If not, the boy will end up as Dino's Goldzine's pet. When you see him again, he'll have his life, but not his innocence. It will take more than an hour for the drug to wear off. When it does, you'll be in pain, Mr. eBay. That will take a full day to go away. Do you understand? Do not fail to tell Ash. The car's arrived. It's time to leave, Shorter. I'm sorry, Mr. eBay, but I promise you one thing. I'll protect AJ with my own life. I won't let them hurt him. I hate that line so much because you know what happens. You know what happens to him, and it breaks me. It breaks me in two. I'll give him my oath. I swear I won't leave him. What's wrong? Conscience finally kicking in? It's too late to back out now. Are you strong enough to do what you must? Oh god, it's raining outside. He's such a poor boy though, because he does nothing wrong the whole entire time. He's such a good boy. But life sucks when you think about it. Life just sucks. Where are we going? To the airport. Right about now, Girls' Eyes Men should be landing. We're going to the East Coast in a private jet. Banana fish is certainly a strange drug. I can see what all the fuss is about. Do you even know what you're talking about? Just a little bit. I studied tens of thousands of medical plants and herbs. Since I was 6, I've had the lore of drugs and poisons pounded into me like a pestle. This substance is of particular interest, though. I wonder if that's why my older brother involved me, or maybe... It's pouring down outside. Must take you long. I know. Don't give away any don't give away any secrets, right? I know all too well. Hey, G. I can't forgive him either. But that's the problem with him. He's so complex as a person. He's kind of like you have that level of sympathy for him later on into the manga series and also the anime series consequently. But at the same time, you can't forgive him at all. That's the thing. He doesn't help himself, and his actions kind of doing free kind of lead him even further down a rabbit hole, as I would say. Ash, we have to go back to the Dawson house. Chinatown sold us out. Asian Ebo are in danger. Ash, wait, what are you talking about? What's going on? Our friends are in danger. We have to go back. What? Wait, why'd you have to go? I can't explain. You have to understand me, Jessica. I still love you. I'll come back, I promise. You have to take care of Michael now, though. Ash. Wait, Ash. I knew he wasn't what he seemed. It was Yu Long, that stinking bastard. I can't believe it took me like that. Even if that's the case, maybe Shorter will stop him somehow. Shinichi, Eiji. Shinichi, are you okay, man? What happened, Shinichi? Where are Eiji and Shorter? What happened? Jesus Christ, it's really pouring down outside. Where are Eiji and Shorter? What happened to him? I don't think he can talk. He's been drugged. Damn him. Wait, where are you going? What do you think? Chinatown. That's the only place they'll go. Wait, Ash. Shinichi. No. Huh? No. No, not Chinatown. Well, where then? Those bastards take Eiji. How far are you going to make us talk? How far are you going to make us talk? I'll make us walk. You could have used a wheelchair, but you wanted to stay close to him, right? Your older brother's waiting for you in the VIP room. Must have you long. You have been successful, I see. Master Hua Long awaits you. Welcome back, Yu Long. Still beautiful as ever, I see. My younger brother, but still you take my breath away. Tell our guests that the party favors have arrived. Yes, sir. My thanks to you, Shorter Wong. I'll be sure to tell my eldest brother of your efforts. Your future is secure with us. I'm not leaving Eiji's side, and I don't need any favors from you either. He's suffering from pangs of conscience. He did betray his friends after all. He seemed determined to protect the Japanese. I see, I understand your feelings, but sorry, it seems our guests have arrived. It's the arsehole himself. Huh? Arthur! Hey, Shorter. Long time no see. What's a little wait? The runaway lifestyle must not agree with you. Bastard. You stooped to becoming their dog, I see. Careful what you say. I'm not just a street thug like you anymore. The whole territory is mine now. Like I said, their dog. How many asses did you have to kiss to get here? That's why everyone chose Ash over you. What? He has something you'll never be able to match, no matter how much you gang up on him. You're never going to win, and someday you have to face them. And someday you have that fact beaten into you. That is also very true. You seem awfully sure of yourself for someone in your position. The plane is ready. Let's take him and go. No. What? I'm coming along. I'm not going to leave his side. Sorry, but Papadena doesn't need trash like you around. Huh? He only wants the Japanese. He took one look at his picture and decided to add him to his boy collection. Arthur, you can't do this. Ash will hate himself when he finds out that the person who saved his life is going through the same hell he went through, all on his account, and we'll finally see who's going to beat who. I don't think so. If you make me leave him, I'll cut his throat right here. What? How would it look if you let Dino's precious pet die? Then I'll do the same to myself. I won't let him go alone. Stop being so rude, Yutlong. I'm sorry, they're just so... Laugh if you want. I know I must look stupid, but what's it gonna be? Are you taking me along or not? This is a mess. He seems to be serious. Since I'm in charge here, I think we shall grant his wish. Well, Mr. Arthur, I will explain the circumstances to my brother, Mr. Golzine. Don't touch him. But we can get a wheelchair. I don't need one. Give him his way, just for now. What's wrong? You don't seem your normal, calm, and collected self. Nothing. I'm just tired. That's all. Do you get the information we wanted? Yes. Hand it over. Can't do that. What? It's in my head. I will convey it directly to our elder brother. Alright, do as you wish. He seems well pleased with your performance. You will be well rewarded, I'm sure. Still, you look more like her every day, the woman who drove our father crazy. No wonder he loved you so blindly. So I remember her well. I was 15 when she died. She looked just as you do now. What a beautiful woman she was. I remember her well too, even though I was only 6. I cried for her until I was dry. Are you still angry? It's over now. It was over 10 years ago. Shinichi, you okay? Can you talk? No. Can you talk? No, if it hurts. Just rest for now. New York. Golzine. Said to come to Chinatown for 8. If you want him back. So Short is in on it too. It was at Yao Si who was calling the shots. I guess he's not Dawson's son after all. I can't leave Short a word. Why would he do it? We can't be too hard on him. He's Chinese too. They follow rules we don't understand. I doubt it was easy for him. If I just paid a little bit more attention. His sister's in New York. Damn it, I didn't realise. We have 2 enemies to deal with now. I won't let them get away with this. Shinichi, what's wrong? Does it hurt? Who's there? Huh? I heard you. Alright, you. Behind the couch. I can hear you breathe. I can hear you move. I'm not in the best mood right now. Show yourself while I shoot. Wait, please, I'm coming out. Don't shoot. Who the hell are you? I should be asking you that. Who do you think you are, barging into people's houses? This is my home. What? Don't tell me I'm Dr. Alexis Dawson. Really? Thank you, I understand. Excuse me, gentlemen. Is there more trouble? No trouble, Colonel. I'd admit there was some before, but that was good news on the line. The trouble will not last much longer. What happened to the boy and the reporter you spoke of earlier? You didn't have to worry about that, Senator. Things are taken care of. I certainly hope so, Golzine. A gung-ho journalist could complicate things. It's my fault. I had no idea that Dawson would be so stubborn about the matter. If you ask me, it's an inferiority complex toward his older brother. What a fool. As soon as the product is finished, the Dawson brothers should be dealt with. The fewer people who know about this, the better. We need to find Alexis Dawson. Senator, that's why we have Dawson's house in Los Angeles under surveillance. That good news I spoke of was that he just turned up there. Is that so? We suspect he's meeting with the reporter and you, but there's nothing to worry about. We already have a plan in motion that will take care of all 3. Well, I'll leave that up to you then. By the way, are you sure that the product will work properly this time? All we need to do is test it on a human. Certainly, it can't be like last time. We managed to cover those up as suicides, but don't worry, gentlemen. Banana fish has been perfected. Hello. Oh man. And now it's subject for the final test. AG, forgive me. I never been sorry about anything not in my life. I promise you though, if Dino tries to make you into his pet, I'll take you out before you even know what happened. If it comes down to that, I'll take care of you. I'll make sure you don't have to suffer. This will work as an antidote against most muscle relaxants, but it seems he was given a natural poison, not a synthesized drug. 5,000 years of Chinese intrigue in his blood, eh? It's marvelously effective. I'd love to find out what it is. Why don't you just ask your son? He fed it to him. What? I don't have a son. I know you don't. We want the truth about banana fish. Huh? If you invented it, didn't you? Dr. Alexis Dawson. Who? Who are you people? Because of the drug you made, my brother was given some in Vietnam 10 years ago, and after that he was vegetable, until your brother murdered him. What? I was there when it happened. We were in the same squad. He was my best friend. We have the right to know the truth, Doctor. Hey! Ash, stop! Get this straight. The people your brother's involved with have kidnapped one of my friends. Is that? I see. I understand. Come with me. Looks like they made quite a mess. Where were you until now? Why come back all of a sudden? Over the past 2 or 3 months, I've been watched by strange men. I thought maybe they were in league with my brother. It worried me enough that I decided to hide out in Santa Monica for a while. And I discovered that someone had been accessing my computer. I thought my brother had come back. It was me. Through the terminal in your study. It was you? But you had the system protected, so I couldn't get all the information what I wanted. The system's a dummy. The real information isn't stored there. Nothing that would do you any good if you were in league with my brother. A secret room? It's fortunate they didn't find it. Ever since my younger brother made off with it, I felt this day would come. That's why you built this room. Yes, have a seat. Where should I start? It was 15 or 16 years ago, or maybe even longer. I was just starting out in my practice, and my brother was still a student. If you think we didn't look like money, you're right. We barely had enough to get by, so the two of us and another classmate decided to set up a lab and manufacture drugs to sell to students for extra cash. We were young and stupid. That happened a lot back then. It was sheer chance that we cooked up that nightmare. Nadia, the rain's getting worse. What's wrong with you? Why are you so glum? I'm scared. I can't shake the feeling now that somebody's watching me. But then again, you're watching me too, right? Don't say it like that. Are you starting to regret this? You wouldn't understand. That's right, I wouldn't understand anything having to do with your world, would I? The will of your people is more important than your own happiness, isn't it? Is that it? Is that why you give up your freedom? How long do we have to keep meeting in secret? My brother wouldn't forgive me. Shorter? Do you live for your brother? Would you stop seeing me if he told you to? What are you doing here then? Charlie, please. I'm sorry I yelled at you. Hello? One moment. It's for you. Hello? I'll be kind of assume you're working. Inspector, you're not protecting the girl anymore. Come back to the station. What? I must agree that my conduct has been somewhat unprofessional, but I have been guarding. That's not it. I've known about your relationship for a long time now. We've been taken off the case. It's final. You're being removed from this case, Jenkins. What? Why, Chief? There's a complaint at the City Hall. You're invading a citizen's privacy without any proof, only a hunch. You mean Dino Goldzine? I didn't have to spell things out. That's the way it is. But those 3 men didn't commit suicide. They were murdered. Dino Goldzine murdered them somehow to intimidate other gangs. Where's your proof of that? I read your report over and over again, and all the reliable witnesses say suicide. Just what do you mean by somehow? This case is now closed, though they were suicides. You're just wasting the taxpayers' money. Just get back here, Charlie. That's how things are. Hello? Hello, sir? What's wrong? I don't know. Anyway, I'm going back. Something's gone down. Not my brother. No, it has something to do with Shorter. You'll let me know if Shorter comes back, won't you? Nadia, his life is on the line. I know. I won't betray you. You got to believe me. Good work, Mr. Arthur. I'm sure you are tired after your long journey. Mr. Goldsline's representative should be arriving shortly. Please relax here until then. Shorter Wong, you two have done well. You two come with me. Ow, my throat just died just then. I hate it when you like drink something, you just forget the word sometimes. It just like your throat just kind of like seizes for a second. You're like, what the hell is that feeling? It's so weird and surreal. You. Chinese, I can never tell what you're thinking. Shut up, don't put me together with them. Whatever you say, I can't see why you're so angsty. Well, brother, what do you have to tell me? I guess the 80s were cool when you think about it. The 80s were rad. The 80s and 90s will always be the best time, especially for stuff actually getting published. See, it's actually even cooler actually starting to get adaptations of like older stuff as well nowadays as well. It's kind of really freaking cool. He have refused to simply hand over the information. That was because I could not hand it over, elder brother. Ashlinks obtained all the printouts. However, I do remember everything of importance. And then I will ask you again, what is banana fish? Something of no use to us. It's an organic alkaloid compound that acts directly upon the autonomic nervous system to mimic the effects of acute heart failure. In a little few minutes, death follows. Ow. It looks like a cardiac arrest. The most remarkable thing about it is that it leaves no trace. It would not be detected in an autopsy. It is ideal for assassinations. Really? It is you who made me an expert in these matters. Why did you not bring me the papers? If you knew Ashlinks, you would know that he's not just a simple boy. That is why I sent you. Are you telling me you weren't a match for him? It is. I believe it was actually published in the 80s. Let's have a quick search. Yes, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, 85. Finished 2 years before I was born, actually. Finished in 1994. You had better not be lying to me. Why would I lie? Remember this well. If you even think about defying me, I'll break your slender neck with my own hands. Hua Long, you will deliver those two to Dino Goldseye in my name. Find out what kind of men our enemy is with your own eyes. I understand, elder brother. You go too, brother, as a hostage until this Ashlinks business is settled. Huh? So I have no idea what he's up to. I'm convinced we can get a share of the Corsicans European markets as long as we don't give ourselves away now. With you as a hostage, Goldseye will suspect nothing. He does not know that you are also known as Yu Long. It's up to you to find out what he's really up to. In bed, if need be. I have the feeling you're his type. Don't worry, I'll make sure you come back. I still have work for you to do. What did you say? I understand, elder brother. Mr. Goldsline's man has arrived. All right, get ready, Yu Long. Look your finest. You think he doesn't suspect, but if you are deceived, eldest brother, if my suspicions are correct, banana fish is more than just an assassination drug. Nightmares. You must know that some drugs like LSD cause hallucinations. The nature of those hallucinations depend on the individual's mental state. If they start out with a negative state of mind, then a bad trip can result. But banana fish causes bad trips in everybody, no matter what the initial state of mind. You can't escape from the nightmares the drug causes. Fear, anger, all negative emotions are amplified. I had no idea what it was, but that wouldn't make a very good drug, would it? I mean, not much market for something that made everybody who took it crazy. And why would the army be interested in that? That's right. If they were the whole story, banana fish would just be a substandard hallucinogen. But it makes those who take it susceptible to external stimuli. Have you heard of chemical-assisted suggestion? I have. It was developed by the Soviets. They wanted to use drugs and post-hypnotic suggestions to make people spy for them or perform assassinations, right? But they couldn't make it work. It was too unpredictable. The drugs were only effective for so long. Everybody who took them reacted differently. With banana fish, the technique is 100% effective. It isn't meant to be used as a drug. It's meant to be used as a weapon. If you give it to somebody and put them under a certain kind of stress, for instance, if you say so and so tried to kill you, kill him before he kills you, they will do exactly that. What? If you say all communists are evil, wipe them off the face of the earth, then that's exactly what they will try to do. Come on. The first person to realize this was Abraham. Our friend Eddie Frederick tried the first batch and died. He died horribly. I got scarred and threw the stuff away, or scared and threw the stuff away. But Abraham had hidden some of the batch and took it to Vietnam. The soldiers, the villagers, he used them as guinea pigs. He used our friends Griffin as guinea pigs. That little rat. The fish of death. That's your idea of a joke? Because of that drug, people like my brother and Skip, Griff, all those years he was having a nightmare. But at least now I know that bald bastard is planning. He's teamed up with your brother, or your brother's teamed up with him. Either way, they're going to sell it to the US government. When you think about it, it's actually kind of terrifying. Like the whole thing, like the whole underbelly of this whole entire manga, like the idea of this actually getting commercialized is actually really terrifying. One of the things I actually liked about the actual anime series as well is the whole entire idea of the commercialization of banana fish. Because if it actually did in theory get into people's hands, then it would cause like a mass panic. Like they could in theory, they can in theory get every enemy on their side. Like, it's terrifying when you think about it. In the wrong hands, even worse. Thank you for waiting. Let's go. Who is this woman? She wasn't with us from LA. This isn't a woman. It's my youngest brother. What's so funny? Nothing. Even though you are being offered up as a gift, and I just know that it's futile to resist my older brothers. I can't escape. If I can't escape, I will destroy all of us together. Interesting change of attitude. I won't forget that it was all of you who killed my mother. I will annihilate you. I who have waited for so long for vengeance. I don't believe it. When I found out that Abraham was conducting human experiments, I confronted him and took back the drug. I was going to destroy it, but you didn't, did you? I left just a little to analyze for research. Because of that, Abraham stole the formula, then sold it to the Union. Sold it to the Union, of course. Why didn't you bury it forever? I'm a scientist, you see. I just couldn't destroy such an intriguing discovery. Ash, don't. Let me go. This is the least of what's coming to him. I know. Let me start. Shinichi. Damn, it's good to see you move again. Sorry to pay you back. Sorry to pay you back after you helped, but that was for Eiji. So there you have it. Dino Goldzine's plan. If he gets in tight with the U.S. government, the Corsicans will trump both the Union and God damn it. Yeah, it's when you think about it, it's terrifying. Like banana fish as a concept, it's like it's probably one of the most terrifying like kind of aspects of the whole entire anime. Like if it's just the background, the whole entire storyline. When you think about it, it's actually kind of one of the most terrifying points of it. Even though the whole entire thing was Ash's revenge, Banana Fish actually was behind the whole entire thing, and she could it's very omnipresent in the whole entire universe, and because of that reason you knew the extent of the power, plus the next volume actually do and very see it. So Siciliano and the Triads, they'll be the most powerful organized crime group in the world. Dawson, have you heard of the man named Stephen Thompson? He gave me a sample of the drug. He was the only one who gave me this address. He died then. I see. How do you know him? His younger brother died in Vietnam, a victim of my brother. He used his position as an intelligence officer to get information about me. He was obsessed with finding me. Sorry to say this, but your brother's an a-hole. What's wrong? Shh. I just heard bolts being drawn back. What's going on? I count 7. I can't believe I left my back to the door. Well, it seems the gang's all here. The Lynx and the Wolf, and all in the den with Mr. Dawson. And you must be the photographer. That makes you lackeys for the Fox, Mr. Lee. Certainly. We're taking you to New York. Are you now? Watch your mouth, kid. Who knows what might happen to the hostages? I didn't say I resisted, I. Line up. Hey, wait. Why am I the only one with my hands being behind my back? That's discrimination, man. Am I supposed to take a leak? Hey, hands off, perv. You got a big one here, don't you, kid? Smith & Wesson 357 Magnum. Do I think you're too young for a toy like this? No, I think you're the most dangerous one here. Ash! Listen up, kid. You aren't stupid like the Corsicans. Don't think your boyish charm on... Don't try your boyish charm on us. Got that? You goddamn coward. He's cuffed. You're trying to kill him? I'd love to, but the Corsicans get that pleasure. Max, your wife says she's a very good woman. Hugh, you're one of them. Whatever happens to you, man, I'll look after her, so don't worry. And it's just a hard world, you know. Don't take it so bad. Just remember, I'll pay you back. Pay? How much does white meat go for these days? Bring the car around back. We're going straight to the airport. Let's finish this place off. You okay, Pops? I will be. How about you? Just a bruise. Remind me to pick a fight with you. Huh? What are they doing? Stay back. They're going to torch it. Wait a minute. Stop, you have to stop. All my research. I'm begging you. Out of my way. Stop, please stop. Sorry, Gramps, but I was told to get rid of all the records. Time to go. Move it, you wanna burn too? Welcome, Lee Hualong. I'm pleased to meet you. I'm honored. I'm here as a representative of my brother. Please convey my warmest regards to him. Also, that I would be honored to dine with him to speak of our mutual business. An ambitious young man, if I've ever seen one. I dealt with his type before. I'll be glad to deliver your message, Monsieur Goldzone. It's hard to read this man. I know he's hiding something, but what? They'll be having supper about now. Why didn't you tell him about me, Shorter? I didn't want to do them any favors. But why are you here? What the hell is your brother up to? I'm in the same position as you. What? My brother sent me here as a symbol of Chinatown's goodwill. What? I see. How sad for you. A young man from a proud lineage, and still just a tool to be used like any other. Using their own family, even dogs have more honor than you aristocrats. What's your words, fool? How can you say that to a member of the Lee family? It's alright. It's true. Master! Shh. The king has arrived. We meet for the first time, Shorter Wong. Very kind of you taking the trouble to guard my present all the way. Ah, let go of me, damn it. Dino! Relax, Shorter. You shall see Ash soon enough. You can look forward to it. Ash? He's coming here? He's already in Chinatown's hands. After all, we got you and this kid as hostages. You low mother. Low? Look who's talking. You're the one who double-crossed your friends and got them into this troubled situation. In this terrible situation. I can't wait to see your face when you meet Ash again, or his face when he lays eyes on you. Come here, Yelsi. Who is this? This is our youngest brother. His name is Yelsi. To prove our goodwill, my brother's instructed me to leave him with you until the matter has been cleared up. Please accept him in good faith. Well, this is a surprise. He's so beautiful, I assumed he was a woman. Is this an artful trick or the mysterious Orient? Is this an artful trick of the mysterious Orient? He pleases you, sir. You may keep him at your side to do as you will with my brother's compliments. Very well, I should accept him as a treasure gift. Yelsi, wake him up. I think it would be better to leave him here. Yelsi! Yes, sir. Anesthesia? Anesthesia. Damn it! I know to say that word. Anesthesia. There we go. Acupuncture. I believe you heard of it. AG! You're awake. Recognize me, samurai boy? Arthur. So you're back to life. Don't worry, Ash will be here soon. Gonna to save you. Do you know who I am, boy? I am Dino Goals and I must with your friend, Ash Lynx. Sudden movement is dangerous. The paralysis will leave you slowly. Take deep breaths. Yelsi, Hugh, they got you too? How slow can you be? Ash sure picked up some dead weight with this guy. You're two? You two? Oh. He's the youngest brother of Mr. Lee, Chinatown's big boss, who sold you to Goldzine. Huh? But wait, there's more. Shorter Wong here, he's the one who betrayed Ash and kidnapped you. That's a lie. I will not be fooled by your crazy story. Shorter is not scum like you. You can't trick me. Don't try. My. How much will you pay? I never knew you inspired so much trust. Tell him yourself, Shorter. Tell him the truth. It is not true. He's lying, right, Shorter? You'll never betray Ash. Take him away. He has a major role to play in the coming up festives. There we go. Said it right in the end. Festives. You stay here, Shorter. AG. Shorter, tell me it was a lie. What Arthur said. AG. I'm sorry. I swore I wouldn't let him hurt you. Shorter. There, my little one. You'll be helping me out too in any number of ways. Would you like a hot towel? It says. In about 30 minutes, we'll be over Manhattan. It's like a jungle sometimes, eh, Wildcat? So something in your mind? Arthur, I didn't mean to suspect your taste or anything, but what? That Chinese kid, Yelsi, I don't like him. Chinatown knows what you're like, and they've thrown you some poison bait. That Japanese kid should be enough for you as a playmate. Don't presume to give me advice. I thought about Chinatown. What should concern you? The territory I've assigned you. Have you got those streets under control? Everyone except Ash's old gang. They didn't follow you. They don't follow you. They follow Ash. I could have thrown the same words back at you. Before Ash muscled in on my turf and took over as boss of all neighbouring gangs, with your help, I didn't offer him any help. He did it all on his own. Huh? So you still have a soft spot for him. The likes of you would understand. I raised Ash. I found him, polished him, and educated him, and made him what he is now. It will be I who destroys him. You wouldn't understand. Papa Dino, everything's in place. All right. Come, let's prepare to welcome our guests. I'm sure you'll find this very intriguing. Follow me. I've seen your face before. You're the one who shot Griffin Callan Reese. Oh man. Callan Reese. There we go, Callan Reese. Shut up. Shut up, shut up. What would a punk like you know? That was not my fault. I never thought he'd still be alive. Why didn't you tell that to Ash? Tell that to Griffin's kid brother. He'll be here soon. Ash never let you get away. He isn't a punk like me. He's going to survive, and he's going to kill you. You can count on it. Shut up! He can't touch me. I'll kill him first before he. What's all this? If you have time for making noise and take it and use it to prepare, I want this show to start on time when the guests arrive. Hello, Dino. Don't worry, it's under control. You'll see. I'm 100% confident this time. I don't need my brother around. I can make the stuff perfectly on my own. What stuff? You mean banana fish? Look at all the money you spent on this equipment just to make some bogus dope. We'll see soon enough whether it's bogus or not. In fact, you'll see. Crummy street urchin like you, be thankful you get to contribute something to science. What? You're gonna experiment on me? Shorter. AG. Let's begin. Damn you, whatever happens, you're dead. Stop it. No! Remove his glasses. You ready to start recording the data? Yes, Doctor. What the hell is going on? Watch carefully. You want to know about banana fish? Here's your chance. Administered intravenously. The effects should start appearing within 5 to 10 minutes. If taken orally, in about 20 minutes. His pulse is at 98 and rising. Blood pressure is at 80 and over. Is 80 over 150. We're starting to see a change in his brain waves. Pupils dilating. His pulse is up to 120 and still rising. Shorter, you okay? Looks like he started to hallucinate. At this point, we can imprint anything on his subconscious. We could even phone in an order, and he'll do it. Good. Pray continue. Go on, boy. Okay, Shorter. Take a look at his face. No. Please get away. Look at him. Shorter. This is your worst fear now. Understand? Your worst fear. This is your worst fear. Looks like this is the face of your nightmares. You can't wake up. You're in hell, Shorter. Look at him. You're so scared you want to die, but you can't escape. Not unless you kill him. The pain's getting worse. You've got to kill him. It's the only way out. Kill this boy. Kill him. Every second he's alive, you're in hell. Kill him. But a gun won't work. Use your knife. He must be dismembered and gutted to truly die. It's the only way you can ever be free of the pain. Remember. Well, what are you watching? This is the power of banana fish. Just think of it. Mere students who made a botch of their attempt to cook up drugs, and this was the accident result. But with serendipity. You understand what will follow. We're going to put on a small show for Ash. The performers will be 2 people he truly cares for. One, his so-called friend, ripping open the other, this boy. He'll see the blade go into him, and then they don't just have their own plane. They've got their own airport. Only in America. Yeah, I'm afraid these are the big boys. The Lees are the top overseas. The Lees are the top overseas Chinese syndicate. Hell, they've probably got more cash than the US or Japan. Businessmen are as honest as the day is long. Just watch the green stack after dark, though. They bought rolls. It's a silver shadow. Shut up and get in. This car belongs to Goldzone. No, it doesn't, punk. It's yours, and you know it. Ash, A is for Ash. It was your 16th birthday present. With love from Mr. Goldzone, wasn't it? I never accepted it. Now you will. This is your beautiful, beautiful Hearst kid. That's Ash Lynx. Yeah, that's him, all right. He's a former boss that Arthur's gang was after. Is Shorter with him then? We got to tell the boss quick. It's me, yes. Very good. What is it? The Wildcat has just been delivered. That's a shame. We're just getting started. We can only imagine his disappointment. It's only with regret, but we must prepare to meet our guests. Get dressed as well. They'll be coming to a dinner party. I'd like you to attend. I look forward to it. It'll be the pleasure to meet the darling Ash Lynx again. I'm sure he feels likewise. What's the matter? You look like you want to say something. You don't think this is wrong? Doing things like this? What? Sleeping with him? Or that he wanted to enjoy both of us at the same time? Both? It's not such a big deal, you know. Your friend Ash Lynx did the same thing. I've heard he started out as one of Goldsign's high-class boy prostitutes, and he got promoted to being Goldsign's exclusive toy. And ex-president was a small territory in Manhattan to run, and he showed he could keep it with or without Goldsign. He went from disposable whore to respectable leader on his own strength and intelligence. He literally pulled himself out of the gutter. You can't pretend it was pretty. He did whatever it took to survive. The reason Ash didn't get disposed of is that he had something the other children didn't. You know, Goldsign's a connoisseur. He has a good eye. He was able to see something in Ash, and that's why he tried to raise him as his right-hand man instead of killing him. You must have led a very blessed life so far, and that's probably what makes me feel so very irritated when I look at you. But you can't turn away any longer. You've got to pull yourself together and take a long, hard look at the world to which Ash belongs. At his dark side. What? Take a bath? That's right. Papadino is inviting you to a dinner party. You go there looking all filthy like that. It's an insult to the other guests. What's that old fart planning? Not another one of his stupid games. We brought in the best hair designer and stylist in the city. You get yourself nice and pretty now for the hostage snakes as well. Fine, I'll go along with that geezer's game. God, my shoulders are stiff. I haven't worn a tuxedo since prom night. For me, it was the first time. Yeah, it suits you. Cut it out, man. I look like a ventriloquist dummy. I certainly hope that I'm not boring you two. I have a little after dinner entertainment planned, which I think you will enjoy. I've got to get in touch with some outside. I got to get in touch with the outside somehow with Inspector Jenkins. Well, it seems our guest of honor is slightly late. Splendid. A thing of beauty, like a born aristocrat. I wanted so much to take you to Europe to introduce you to society. Ash, take your seat. We were all waiting for you. Quite a change. Maybe he's one of those magical cats. You may begin. Yes, sir. I hate street punks who look good in tuxedos. I chose this one especially for you. Can you tell me? This calls for a haiku, gentle-looking bird who would ever guess that he swallows lizard's whole. Roman Conti, I'd say 1969. Bravo. You were unerring. I'm so happy to see you haven't forgotten what I've taught you. This promises to be a very wonderful evening. So, Ash, did you like your present? Who'd enjoy getting a hole punched in their head? That earring I had them make a special search for a stone that matched your eyes. I don't like to mention money, but that particular shade of bright, transparent green is very rare. At current price, it wouldn't sell for less than $300,000. $300,000. That's how many million yen for that pebble? No wonder my head feels so heavy. You may not know this, but ash was once an important commodity at a club I own. These commodities are ranked according to value, with blonde-haired white children in the highest category. There are further graduations still. Light blondes rank higher than dark blondes, and platinum blondes higher than merely light. And to the eyes, blue is higher than brown. Blue blue-grey above plain blue, then green with light green at the summit. The rarer the colour, the higher the price, from semi-precious to gem quality. Amongst all the ones I owned, ash brought the highest price. I can't keep this mill down much longer. Why aren't aging shorter here? They aren't invited, but don't worry, they're safe. You shall see them later. I can't believe you're worried about them at a time like this. Think about your own situation, why don't you? Take your own advice. What? Stop bickering. Dessert has arrived. A champagne sorbet. Your favourite, was it not? I taught you many things in the past. I gave you books. Tutors I taught you. I gave you book tutors. I taught you a table manners and vintages to refine your senses. And then to hone your hand, I gave you the very best Smith & Wesson's manufacture. I never imagined you would turn that barrel on me. No, never, not in my wildest dreams. Of all the bees I ever known, you were the most beautiful and the most dangerous. Well, let's put an end to this farce. You'd like to get down to business too, wouldn't you, Ash? The show's about to begin. Let us go. Huh? Who's there? Ain't it a shame seeing the boys who once rolled with ash links now hanging with the rats and roaches? Woo! Who the hell are you? I'm Sing So Ling, Chinatown's boss. Boss? Damn, how old are you anyway? Did he make a duty in his PJs? I seem to remember how people who judge your own boss by his looks often came to grief. I thought Shorter Wong was holding down Chinatown. Oh man, he was removed. What's that mean? When Shorter started working with Ash, well, the guys upstairs didn't like it. It is the boy himself. It is the very good boy himself. The guys upstairs? Who? Look, it's none of your concern. I came here to ask one thing. What the crap are you doing in this hole? Shouldn't you be working for Frederick Arthur? There's a territory up there. You know Ash is finished. Okay, man, it's like if Ash went against Arthur man to man and lost, we'd be cool with it. Anyway, anyone who didn't want to roll with Arthur would just bail out. But that ain't how it went down. It wasn't no straight up turf fight. That punk got installed like a damn 40-watt bulb. The Corsicans put him in, and everyone in the set who wasn't in it. And the Corsicans put him in, and anyone in the set who wasn't with it got peeled. Damn, forget Arthur's boys. They brought in these frogs, these wops. Damn, whatever they are, dressed like Undertakers, toting HKs, pro mafia killers. Yeah, I heard. Ashlink's back in town. What? Goldzine snatched him up in LA. My sources are reliable. He's probably holding him at his mansion in North Caldwell. Caldwell? Caldwell? If you want to go to war, we'll back you up. Why are you telling us this? What's in it for you? And ain't this gonna get you in it too with them guys upstairs in Chinatown? Our suits did the deal with Dino Goldzine. There we go. But that's got nothing to do with us. I don't know what they're planning, but we've got our own rules, and our boss is still Shorter Wong. All right, let's take him to war. Watch his style. The fight to the death. The Goldzine compound. And they thought they had secured me. This way, please. I've seen that place. I've seen that face before. He's a Republican senator from. And that general is... Who else do I recognize? Huh? Nice pose, Ash. You know where you are, don't you? Over Dino's little execution chamber, but you never thought you'd be snuffed here yourself. Yeah, you're real tough. Let's see how long you manage to keep it up. No fun cutting you up. Cold-blooded guy like you might as well be gutting a fish. Can't say I'm enjoying this either. Still, I can't help it. Seeing your face makes me want to hurt you. I wonder why. Oh, well, that's because you're screwed in the head. That's a spirit, Ash. Don't lose it. Abe. Hey, bro. It's been a while. Glad you can make it. Sorry about the cuffs, but we'll take a good look. The stuff that scared you. The stuff you wash your hands of. I can make it all by myself now. I made it work without any help from you. Made it work? You fool! For God's sake, Abe, giving that drug to the mafia, do you have any idea what you're doing? You got it all wrong, Alex. This is a huge important project I'm involved in. For one thing, it's enough, Dawson. I leave the rest to you. Alright. I won't tolerate another failure. You will not humiliate me in front of my guests. Of course, I guarantee complete success this time. Griffin. Your name is Dr. Abraham Dawson. In Vietnam, you gave a unit of soldiers a drug without their knowledge. The men you thought as your experimental subjects all died one by one. Don't accuse me. I was a medic there, trying to save their lives. Trying to save the lives of a bunch of goddamn bigot grunts. Every day it was G-Rat and Kike behind my back to my face. I had to get them the only way I could. That was rightful vengeance. You wouldn't know what the hellhole that place was. Your brother, though, that was different. He was the only one who didn't curse me, but he was also the only one who caught on, so I had no choice. No choice? I remember hearing that from someone else before. Griffin. And how about this? Did you also have no choice about working for Goalzone now? I was gonna say they cut a lot from the anime the more I think about it, because there was some sections that that's actually not in the anime from this bit. Was Dawson and were the Dawson brothers actually in that whole entire scene? I don't think I remember. Because if I remember correctly, one of them was still inside the lab, if I remember correctly. I mean, it's going back a year at this point now. I get to use no choice next on you, Doctor. Rightful vengeance? You called it. Ah, you think you're so smart. Well, forget it. You're going to die here tonight. Shorter. Ash. Sorry. It's okay. It's not your fault. Who knew Goalzone was involved with that crowd? What on earth is he planning? Oh, they were both there in a dungeon. I was gonna say, I couldn't remember them because I remember the only thing I do remember from that whole entire event is Shorter. Really, that's what I'm saying. Maybe I just didn't. Maybe it's why I didn't realize they were there, because I thought to myself, maybe because the whole entire time is like you just kind of concentrate on Shorter. That's not Ash. It's over for me. Huh? What's the matter, Shorter? AJ. Achan, are you alright? Ow, ouch, stop jerking my chain, Shinichi. Hey. Shorter. Shorter. Continued in Banana Fish Volume 6. And there we go. That was Volume 5. And yeah, I must say, it kind of does heighten once again this idea of the worlds that these characters inhabit. Which actually is very interesting. Because it's very valid, this whole entire idea that you have characters who basically act as juxtapositions of each other, or I guess not dichotomy of each other, but well, technically speaking, yeah, in a way, it's kind of like a dichotomy of each character as well, because Lee in theory is a dichotomy of Ash, or the juxtaposition of Ash. Who wants AJ's life in a way, the one that he has, the carefree life. Same thing, and the same thing applies. Like in essence, with Lee, he's basically been sold as a pet. Like he has the same, he exhibits the same kind of characteristics that Ash went through as well. And essentially just being a pet to everyone else and not actually kind of having his own sense of free will. And it does, in theory, add a little bit of sympathy to his character, but at the same time, he's kind of an arsehole. That's why you don't really have a side of him too much. You understand his other side of his character, but there's never that sense that you understand. You actually never sympathize with him completely. You sympathize with Ash completely because he wants the way out. He wants to live his life free of everything that's actually involved in his life. In this context, you do in theory actually see that, but we know how it ends. Lee kind of gets stuck inside it. Granted, there's a sense that it kind of progresses beyond where he was beforehand, but Lee kind of still isn't actually able to escape from this idea that he's actually, the idea of his life is actually in. Yeah, in a way, Ash is inside the terror of Banana Fish. He's the character inside the whole entire event. And he's kind of sucked into it, but it's not as if he's kind of sucked into it against his own will. He wants to help Ash. In doing so, it kind of makes him go deeper and deeper into the sense of like the underbelly, in a way. Is that whole entire idea is there's narratives like this idea of how a character doesn't free kind of continually go into the underbelly of the world, like through their own actions in a way. Granted, in essence, at the same time, I don't think AG thought it'd go this way, but it's always that sense that the only thing he wants to do is actually help Ash. So yeah, I mean, it's actually quite interesting. Every single character doesn't fully exhibit the same thing. The idea of Shorter's sister and the idea of like the life that she kind of lives and versus everyone else, especially kind of Jenkins as well. The ideas exist. I actually quite do enjoy that whole entire notion, like how characters try to pry themselves into other people's kind of world, but in essence, it's one of those ideas that you can't pry into their life because it's so completely different and alien to your own that it's impossible to actually kind of sully your hands with the same dirt they actually kind of live with. So it's actually quite interesting, and only as time goes on, we'll see that more often. And it's actually kind of interesting that you actually do in 3C this notion that Lee is kind of trapped, because in essence, you kind of do in 3C you see him as the person with the advantage and power. He has that lineage. He actually has the sense that he actually can in theory talk his way out of situations and everything like that. But he's nothing more than what Ash was. Like in theory, Ash has escaped that whole entire life in a way. He's not with Goldzine, but in essence, once he goes back to his brothers, you do in 3 see his expression completely change. You see the power kind of just leave him. He becomes vulnerable. He becomes nothing more than a pet. It's actually quite interesting to see that struggle just happen in one volume. In essence, you just kind of see it from his own facial expressions rather than actually through words. And actually then you understand why he's the way he is. Actually then you understand he wants to get revenge as well. It makes his character seem more tragic, but if you look at it from a different perspective, his actions do in theory sully that whole entire connection you actually had to have towards him. In theory, he is the antithesis of Ash. He is Ash, but as an arsehole, basically. He's Ash, but an arsehole. Ash is basically exactly the same, but you actually understand his vulnerability and actually then his struggle. Actually, you want to see him escape that struggle. In essence, same thing. You want to see the same thing happen to Lee. You want to see him escape, but at the same time, his actions change that perception you have on him. It actually is quite interesting to see this actually happen because it's a paradigm shift between both characters. It only happens more often as time goes on. I guess you might in theory see a little bit more in the manga, because the anime does in theory prescribe it quite well. You do in theory see it very well that he is trapped. He wants to get out, but he can't because of the lineage that she doesn't really have. But you can see it a bit more, I guess, in the manga, like just a little smidgen more. I think actually might in theory flesh his character out a lot more because, again, he's very developed in the actual anime, but I imagine there's probably more to him as time goes on. But yeah, I mean, it's very interesting to actually kind of see this happen because you do in theory see that banana fish is actually this powerful drug, but it's not just banana fish. Everything else going on around it, the power, the power characters do in theory exhibit in his whole entire manga, because we understand the power of banana fish is terrifying. Like in essence, as I said beforehand, it gets into the wrong hands. It can in theory be catastrophic. It can in theory lead to people kind of using it as a weapon, what is meant to be a weapon, but even using it as a weapon. Get into the wrong hands, who knows what can in theory happen. They could in theory develop a drug even worse than banana fish, actually does in theory kind of lead to even more deaths and actually even more kind of side effects. We don't know. That's a problem. Banana fish actually is a background to the whole entire show, actual manga, but it's actually kind of like, it's always there. You actually understand from a perspective that it's actually kind of this very, very, very scary idea that actually is kind of like you want to see it taken down. And again, it becomes more apparent in the next volume what it does in free mean, actually, then what it does in free possess the world, because you don't understand the extent to which it's actually going towards. It's going towards people with power, and that power can in theory be abused, and in theory, it kind of then leads to bad things happening. It might be interesting to actually kind of see that actually happen, like a what if scenario if Banana Fish actually didn't get commercialized. Actually, then we saw the extent of the power, because we see the extent of the power through the characters, but it might be interesting to see the power in the world itself, actually what could have happened. But yeah, maybe we actually might see it in the manga. But yeah, I think that'll probably do it for today. Next we're actually on to Volume 6, the first volume that actually Volume 3 break you in two. So yeah, if you have enjoyed this whole entire stream as a whole on Twitch, on YouTube and Dune Free, leave a like, because indeed it's quite a bit. If you have enjoyed it here on YouTube and if you want to spend longer, then do indeed leave a sub, because indeed it's quite a bit. Or put a new Twitter handle in the description, because the original one's kind of disappeared for a little while. It'll come back. It'll be back in about 7 days, I hope, or even shorter. It depends on whether or not I actually can get a hold of Twitter's support. Until then, Dune Free, follow me on Twitter, because you Dune Free find out when he streams are live streams I do as well. Or better yet, join my Discord as well. Both will tell when he streams are live streams I do as well. But until next time, Volume 6 of Banana Fish. See you guys later. Bye for now.